All right, so I just wanted to say I apologize in advance if you hear any like clicking or clanking on the GoPro. I'm wearing a backpack right now. It's kind of how I traverse these skinny backwater canals. Just keep a couple tackle boxes and soft plastics in it. I'm working on getting an external mic for the GoPro, so hopefully that will improve the audio quality. But yeah, let's get to some fishing. I'm gonna walk up right here, make sure my drag's set. And I always like with a frog or any topwater lure to cast it before the fish can see me, just to make sure there's nothing sneaking around the bank. Now, peacock bass, you gotta be hard pressed to hook one on a frog. I've done it, but they like to swipe at lures, and frogs, you know, you need a fish to fully swallow it to get the hook set. So unless they do that, you're not really gonna hook them. But let me pitch it around and see what's, maybe there's something under this palm tree right here. Just kind of, sometimes what I'll do with frogs is I'll toss it over a tree branch like that and dangle it in the water just to keep it in one spot. A small tree branch. You don't want a big tree branch, because if you get a fish, you have to winch it over the tree branch. If it's a small branch, you can just kind of, the line just kind of falls off the branch once you get a bite. And when you're fishing with a frog, it's more of a target-based lure. You're not using this lure to cover water. You're pitching it or throwing it at things that you think are going to hold fish, like underneath, well, not on the tree, but underneath the tree. So you're going to cast it, you know, to give it a couple twitches off the bank. If nothing pops it, reel it back in onto the next spot. And you want to use heavy line with stuff like this. You really need to set the hook into the fish. When the fish bites, the hooks need to be exposed like that. So you really have to drill it into their mouth. You need heavy line, you need to have your drag locked, or else you're not going to get a very good hook set. You will probably lose the fish. Yeah, with frogs, you can just cast it in all the muck. And a lot of times these canals that look like this, people don't fish them because there's so many weeds. That often has the best fishing because they're never fished. You can just cast it right onto the bank and twitch it back into the water like that. Well, it acts very natural that way. That's how a frog would enter the water. Sneak up to this spot. The wind's picked up, which is not ideal, but guys, there's something. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, he came off. That was a giant snakehead. Wow, dude. There was a spawning pair of them right there. I spooked him. One of them darted off. I thought it was a big Plecostomus, dude. I don't know if you guys heard that on the GoPro. I thought something jumped in the water, but it was a snakehead eating something. That's really cool. They were literally, oh man, that kind of sucks, but hopefully you guys got to see my camera a little bit. That was a nice one. I didn't get a very good hook set on him. You really got to drive these hooks down into that fish. Once these things see you, it's game over. Whoever that was didn't come back for it. There's a snakehead right under this palm tree, I think. It's either that or a really dark dog. It's trying not to do it that aggressively. Something's got it, I think. There we go. Decided to wait like 5 seconds to set the hook on this one. It's not a very big one, I don't think. It's about a 2-pounder maybe. I thought I saw one up in there. Had to really wait to set the hook on this guy. Oh, he's going ballistic. See, and he came off just like that. I mean, these hooks are super sharp. They're very sharp hooks. Let's get a head of it, guys. Little bullseye snakehead. Probably. Let's take a look at his chompers. Oh yeah, vicious chompers. Probably a close to 2-pounder maybe. Nice little guy. Get a release on him. Yeah, so with that fish, I've missed about 3 of them. I thought I cast it over there and it got stuck in the palm frond and I spooked something. So there might have been another one over there, but with that one, I let him eat it for like 4 or 5 seconds before I set the hook. You know, days vary. Sometimes they'll eat it right away, they'll swallow it, they'll totally engulf it. And sometimes you gotta give them time. You know, like I lost 2 already, waiting about 2 seconds, set the hook, and they popped out. That one I waited longer, got the hooks in him, pretty good. He just happened to pop off at the bank. But, yeah. Way up in there. Wow, he's digging down in the muck. Get out of there. That's a solid one. Oh my gosh. It's all wrapped up in the line. Way back in the trees. Oh. About time I finally hook another one. This guy demolished that frog. Look at that. Bro frog. Right in the corner of the mouth. My line's actually wrapped up in his mouth. I'm gonna kneel down here and try to... Alright. Got him on the hooks. Wow, he's freaking out. That's a really nice one though. Dude. Alright, got this one unhooked. Let me get him rinsed off a little bit so we can get some better looks at him. Alright, well, he is currently back in the water. Alright, they are so hard to hold on to, dude. I was trying to rinse him off so you guys could get a good look at him, but he's released. Okay, well, now I'm gonna rinse myself off because I'm covered in mud. So I hope I didn't get water all over my GoPro, but basically what I was doing when I caught that fish is I cast it into the bushes, and I believe it was dangled over a tree branch, and I was kind of just twitching it on the tree branch. So I was staying in one place in the water, and he came up and smoked it. And it was a small enough tree branch where I could set the hook and the line broke the branch and I got the fish. That is, I think it's called the dangle technique. I don't know. Something I've seen other people do, and it works fairly well for areas like this where there's like cover all along the bank. And you can't cast, you know, parallel to cover the water. You can kind of attract them while keeping the bait in one spot so they can look at it and come and attack it. So it was a really nice fish though. It's probably 4.5, 5 pounder. Right up there in the, under the trees up there. Textbook spot. So yeah, let's get back to it and see what else we can catch. I don't know if you guys can see that on my line. It's all chewed up right there. That's why you gotta be careful when you're snakehead fishing. You know, if they get that line in their mouth, you really need to retie, especially if it's a nicer size one. So I'm gonna retie this frog and get it back out there. I'll show you guys the knot that I tie, really for any freshwater or a lot of saltwater applications too. So it's called a Palomar knot. It's probably one of the strongest fishing knots you can tie. So you're gonna double the line through it like that, bring the tag end back out. Then with the loop, you're gonna tie an overhand knot, just like that. And with the loop, you put the lure or hook through the loop and you just tighten it down. And that knot is not gonna break. The only way that knot can come undone is if the tag end slips through, which it can't because it's looped, or if the loop goes around the bait, which it can't because it's gonna be cinched. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, snakehead. My lure was stuck in a tree. He came over for it. Come on, come on. Oh, it's a nice bass, dude. That is a really nice largemouth. That ain't no snake, that's a big old largie. Flip him up here. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful largemouth bass. It's like a 3. Can never go wrong with a bass. Or a frog. Catches all your favorite fish. Toss this largie back in the water. Very cool. So I saw something wake on. I didn't know if it was a snake or something else. It was a nice largie. I almost just got the backlash of the century. And I'm just, ow, 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 ow. Fire ants, fire ants. Ow. Well, I just got swarmed by fire ants. Oh my goodness. Oh. Got it. Oh my gosh, dude. I set my hook into a tree for the microest snakehead ever. For a second there, I thought I snapped my rod in half in a tree. I just set my hook into this, whatever kind of tree that is, for a micro snakehead. That little guy. Just tiny baby snakehead. Little micro snakehead. Holy crap. I'm getting cold. Found water. Something's got my frog. Dude, it's a bass. I was looking down at where the freaking fire ants just bit me, and this bass just annihilated my frog. That is a nice bass too. Yeah, I don't even know what to think about that one. I was looking down at where the fire ants just attacked my feet, and this guy comes out of nowhere. I didn't see my frog on top of the water anymore. And this guy tanked it. Solid, probably 2-pounder. Sweet. Back he goes. It's a little mango tree grove. I'm gonna see if there's something hiding in the sticks over here. It's very shaded, which is good. Someone's got it. Oh my gosh. It's a micro snakehead. It's a teeny baby. Chill out, buddy. Chill out. He really ate that thing, so I'm gonna have to get the pliers. That is a tiny snakehead. You pull the frog up onto the line. I think he's dead. Hopefully I didn't just kill this one. Oh. Alright, so I'm not sure what happened with that snakehead, but he is no longer living. I'm not sure how. Maybe I hooked him in the brain? I really don't know. Took the hook out and he just stopped moving. So that is odd. Normally they're very strong fish. Maybe he was just too little and I set the hook way too hard. I'm not sure. That is very strange. Normally snakehead are very strong. Kind of sucks. But you know, they are an invasive species, so it's not really too big of a concern there. So we're gonna inspect the frog. It's looking pretty rough. Still is gonna get the job done. I've had these frogs last me up to like 20 snakehead. They do hold up. I mean, they are, you know, $9, $10, but I think it's worth every penny. It's a great frog. It's a very versatile lure. As you can see, it's not only good for snakehead, it's good for largemouth. It's just an awesome lure to throw in these little backwater canals. It's just a ton of fun. Let's have a look in this little hole. There's a snake. Well, he's not a tiny one. He's a little bit better. This one followed it up from quite a ways. He's about the size of the first one we caught, probably. I don't know if you guys could see that, but he was waking on it the entire time behind it. It was pretty neat. Oh gosh, these things. It's recommended to have gloves when trying to line these things, as they go ballistic. Nice little snake. Not too large. Still a fun catch. Alrighty guys. Nice little snake. Let's get a release on him. On the white Spro Bronzeye. I'm just gonna let him slide down in there. Off he goes. Back into the murk. Well, I gotta get down in there too to wash my hands. Wish me luck. Oh, here I go. Alright. Pulling up on a new spot. Cast the bank. Okay, something big just blew up in the bank right here. There it is. Got him. That was the guy who just tried to eat the lizard that fell into the water. Not a bad one. Oh, he popped off. There he went. Hopefully on the clip you can hear him pop on. I think a lizard fell off that tree into the water and he freaking annihilated it. I don't know if he got the lizard though. We can cast this over there and he did the same to it. Alright guys, I tried to come back here and catch that snakehead that I lost, the two that were spawning right there. It didn't work out. I know that's worked in previous videos, didn't seem to be happening today, but you know, it was a good day. I'm thankful for what happened. You know, I caught some nice snakeheads, some really solid bass, and hopefully I was able to teach you guys something about using a topwater frog. It is one of my favorite lures and I love making videos on it. I love using it. As you can see, it works. It catches plenty of fish, you know, no matter where you are. From Missouri, it's caught me a lot of big bass there, and down here it just works for other species. It's so much fun. But please drop a comment what you guys want to see, different uploads I should make, different video ideas if you guys want anything, you know, specific. And thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you guys later on. See ya.